Hi, friend, and welcome back to another episode of Elevate with Erica. So, you guys know I'm always talking about getting in the driver's seat of your life. And today I want to take that message even deeper, all the way to the part of you that drives everything, and that is your mind. And specifically, I want to talk about how to shape your thoughts to create the reality that you desire and what it really takes to start thinking better things so that you can start living a better life. So, this isn't just about a good attitude or just saying words that aren't true. I'm talking about transformation at a cellular level. So I'm talking about rewiring the neural pathways in your brain that have been formed by years of worry and self-doubt and just replaying the same limiting beliefs on repeat. How many people do we know, or how many times have us ourselves created the same kinds of relationships over and over again that aren't good for us, or just the same, we keep ending up in this same situation, right? And we're like, why can't I figure this out? That's us creating that reality over and over and over again because that's what our brain knows how to do. So if you've ever felt like you're stuck in some kind of cycle of maybe fear, or like you can't quite shift the energy around your goals, you're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. This is your brain doing exactly what it was programmed to do. But the good news is that we can program it. We can reprogram it. And I want to take you back a little bit, right? So there was a time when I felt like everything in my life was shifting, and not in a graceful, peaceful, everything's aligning kind of way, more like a the rug just got yanked out from under me kind of shift, right? My marriage was being tested. I was trying to figure out who I was outside of the roles that I played for others. And I was stepping into entrepreneurship with nothing but a gut feeling that I was made for more. And during that season, my thoughts were heavy, and they were negative, and they were fear based all of the time. But I started to make small changes. So I would take 5 minutes in the morning to say something kind to myself. I would try to imagine what peace felt like, even if I wasn't feeling it in that moment or hadn't felt it in a while, right? I started journaling, not because I thought it would magically fix everything, but because I needed to create space between my thoughts and my truth. And over time, I realized something really powerful, that the more I intentionally thought better thoughts, the easier it became to then believe them. And the more I believed them, the more my actions aligned. And the more my actions aligned, the more my life shifted. And that's why even now, every morning, I write out how I want to show up that day. And for me, that happens in my driver's seat journal. But you don't need that specific journal to get started on this today. You can just close your eyes and make this happen. You can grab a note, the back of a receipt, your notes app, anything. Just start. But the driver's seat journal it was definitely created by me out of that period in my life where I realized that I needed to take 5 minutes every morning to reprogram my thoughts because they weren't working for me anymore and they were holding me back from the life that I wanted. I want you to ask yourself, how do I want to show up today? That's one of the prompts for my journal. How do I want to show up today? A lot of times I'm writing patient, kind, intentional, confident, present. Who could benefit from me showing up as those things? From me living fully and boldly and intentionally. And here's the key. I don't want you to just write it. A lot of times we just say these things, right? Like we're just going to read an affirmation card and then poof, right? Our life is better. Or we think we can close our eyes and just see ourselves as that. But the key is to not just write it and not just see it, but feel it. And that's the hard part. And that's the part that a lot of us skip. And it takes a little bit to feel it at first. It takes a little bit to get you to the point where you can feel it. It's going to take a little bit longer when you first start this process. You guys, we're reprogramming our brain here, right? But it's worth the work and it will start to come to you sooner, quicker. It'll be a shorter process in the long run. Your brain is chemically wired to repeat what it's used to. And if it's used to chaos and fear and insecurity, then that's what it's seeking out to create. But when you feel new thoughts deeply, your brain begins to form new neural connections and it learns that it's safe to believe in more. And that's how transformation starts. So I had another moment recently that put all of this into practice, actually. A few days ago, I was asked to lead a training for all Make Wellness affiliates in just a few days. And my first thoughts were this: you can't do that. You're not qualified. You're not successful enough yet. That voice again, the one that always tries to keep me small. And a few years ago, I might have let that voice win. But this time I caught it and I immediately, like this happened almost immediately because I've been working on this for a little while, since back when I started creating that journal at the end of 2023. So almost immediately, I replaced it with, yes, I can. I am qualified. I'm leading a growing team myself. I've helped others succeed. And I start thinking about the proof of that because there is proof of that. You can find proof for whatever you want to believe. That's a choice that you make. And I have proof that I've helped others succeed. I am one step ahead of someone else, and that's all it takes to lead and to serve. So I said yes, not because I'm 100% confident, but because I know the power of honoring the version of myself that I want to become, that I am becoming. And here's another truth bomb. When you first start this practice, it might feel kind of weird and it might feel kind of fake. And you might feel like you're lying to yourself. And that's okay, because it's not about being perfect. It's about creating a new emotional home for yourself. And the more that you intentionally return to it, the more that that becomes real. So today, I want to challenge you to take 5 minutes. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to envision the life that you want, the goal that you're going for, whatever it is that you're trying to reach. I want you to speak it out loud more than once. Remember, it's okay if this feels weird, right? Speak it out loud till it feels weird. And then, most importantly, I want you to feel it as if it's already yours. And you know, when you can tell when you're fully in it, is if it's something that you want that badly, it's going to invoke some kind of emotion. You're going to have some kind of physical response. It could be tears. It could be goosebumps. It could be you just are sitting there smiling with your eyes closed. Like I said, this might be kind of weird, but that's okay. I want you to feel what success would feel like. Feel peace in your body. Feel joy in your bones, because your body doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's real, but it will respond. And your brain will start to shift. Because when you show up every day like it's already yours, eventually it is. So I have a few key takeaways for you guys today. Your thoughts shape your reality, but your feelings bring those thoughts to life. Your thoughts shape your reality, but your feelings bring those thoughts to life, right? Your brain is wired for repetition. Negative thinking is a habit. It's just a habit. It's not a personality trait. You don't have to hold on to that. You don't have to be the negative person. You can decide not to be. And how do you change a habit? We all know, right? We put in the work to change it. We change our actions. We create a new habit. And you can do that with your thoughts. You can reprogram your mind one intentional thought at a time, just like one rep at a time, one more nutritious meal at a time, one more kind interaction in your relationships can change things, right? One intentional thing at a time. And you can reprogram your mind. Catch the limiting beliefs when they show up and replace them with truth. And like I said, this might take a little bit longer at first. But if we get really intentional about working to catch ourselves in the moment, or even at the end of the day, if we just kind of go over, when were we stressed today? When did we feel ourselves stressed? Because I guarantee you, your thoughts had a lot to do with that stress. Either things you were telling yourself or how you were reacting to something outside of you. You're going to get better at recognizing those moments sooner and in the actual moment of them. And you can immediately start to replace them with the truth, with your truth. You don't have to feel confident to say yes. You just have to believe in the direction you're going, right? You just have to believe that that direction is aligned with where you want to go, with the life that you want to create, with the goal that you want to reach. You don't have to be totally confident in the step. You just have to know that it's the right direction, right? And I want to leave you with a couple quotes today because I'm a sucker for some good quotes. So write these down in your notes if you want to. You must learn a new way to think before you can master a new way to be. And that's by Marianne Williamson. And so that one is so important because it really highlights what a lot of us skip, right? You must learn a new way to think before you can master a new way to be. And a lot of us just try to be this new thing with the same mindset. And we can't do that. We got to work on that first. We got to shift the mind first, right? And that's going to keep us from not getting so discouraged in the struggle to become what we're trying to become, to succeed at what we're trying to succeed at, right? And the second quote is, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. That's my favorite. And what you imagine, you create. And of course, we know that's by Buddha, right? What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. You've got this. I'm walking it with you. Let's elevate, friends. Until next episode. E. Hey there, friends. I'm excited to share something that's been a game changer for my health and wellness journey. Like we have elevated, friends. Make Wellness Bioactive Precision Peptides. Now, if you're wondering, what are bioactive peptides? Let me break it down for you. These are the cutting edge supplements designed to support your body from the inside out. And we are the first company to introduce bioactive precision peptides to the market. They are totally sourced from nature, which is why they don't have to be injected like synthetic peptides. Because they are sourced from nature, they can survive in the digestive tract and work their magic. Seriously, it feels like magic. So whether you're looking to improve your energy, tackle your to-dos like a ninja with better focus, get better sleep, build more lean muscle mass, lose fat, promote radiant skin, or just feel your absolute best overall, then these peptides are going to help you level up. Here's the best part. Make Wellness takes the guesswork out of supplementation. Their formulas are backed by science and precision crafted to give you exactly what your body needs. No fluff, no fillers, just real results. Backed by billions of dollars in research and over 9 years in human clinical trials. And guess what? You can grab these life-enhancing peptides directly through me. To learn more or place an order, just head to the link in the show notes or to my Instagram channel, Peptides Restock, where I'm giving you the inside scoop on all the products, restocks, and the amazing testimonials coming in daily. I'll guide you through the options and help you choose what fits your goals best. Head over to my Instagram at Miss Erica Renee and click on that Peptides Restock channel. Let's elevate together with Make Wellness because you deserve to feel unstoppable. So don't wait, reach out today and let's start this journey toward a stronger, healthier, elevated you.